a teeny tiny little tailgate camper. That is so cute. Oh, here we are.
600 meters to your destination.
Come to pick up our baby. It's so exciting. Can't wait to see it. So this is the back of the Ram without the camper. And here's our baby, all ready for us to pick up. Can't wait. The guys are just winding it down now, getting it back on the back of the rig. And just like that, the Ram got its tail back and we were back on the road doing what we love, camping. This one's a great donation camp. I thought that was someone walking past. I thought that was someone walking past then, everyone. I'm like, oh, what? I thought it was one of those shopping bags. No, it's just my drink.
How many have you had?
This is my first drink. Oh, I better sit down. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. That was very official.
Well, someone has to keep the decorum up.
The decorum. As you can see, we are back in the tailgate camper, so we're absolutely thrilled about that. Had it down at the at Tailgate Campers, as you would have just seen. Had it all repaired after our mould issue, which we will pop a link for that episode in here for you if you missed it. Wasn't our finest moment of travel.
But
was it?
It's all sorted now, hopefully. Well, they assured us it is. It was actually a little leak coming in through the wiring in the roof from the solar panels, which is hidden underneath the solar panels, so you can't see it. And literally they said it was probably a teaspoon of water every 2 minutes when they were hosing it.
Yeah, so not much water to cause a lot of issue.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had our 5-week property sit in Albury, which worked out really well because it's not far from Tailgate Campers. So we were
Which was booked beforehand.
It was, yes. We booked the house sit and then this all happened, and Tailgate Campers just happens to be not far from them where we did the property sit. So we were able to drop the camper off, have it there for several weeks while they repaired it.
Without us driving back and forth.
Yeah, because it was quite extensive, the repair. We did end up needing a new mattress, all new roof lining put in, all new carpet around the bed and and all new canvas as well, because once you get that mould in, you cannot get rid of it. It was actually really upsetting because we did have a new mattress. We had hundreds of dollars worth of linen on the bed, new quilt, new mattress protector, fairly new sheets, chiropractic pillows, you name it. It was set up, wasn't it, as a proper bed for us, so that all had to go in the bin. So it's been quite a costly exercise, but fortunately it was an insurance claim, as it should be. And yeah, hopefully now it's all good, so we're all good to go. So where are we tonight then, Aidan?
Juigong, just north of
Juigong, isn't it?
Between Yass and Gundagai.
Okay, for those of you travelling, you will all know that when you get somewhere, if you haven't been there before and you haven't yet talked to a local, you don't know how to pronounce things, but we're pretty sure it's Juigong. If it's not Juigong, sorry, Juigong. But we've pulled into this great recreation donation camp, actually.
On the banks of the Murrumbidgee.
Yeah, so we'll show you. It's on the banks of the Murrumbidgee. There's quite a few fish flopping about. And, as I said, donation camp. It's a huge area, isn't it?
Yeah. There's at least, at a rough guess, 150 vans and groups in here tonight. Yeah,
so I guess that makes sense because we are just off the Hume Highway at the moment. We're doing a bit of travel up north. So we finished the property sit. Now we're taking some time to head up to Sydney where Aidan spent many years of his life, catch up with a few people, and then we don't really know after that, do we?
Well, then we have to be home about a week later.
Yeah, but we don't know
which way
or what we're doing. We've got a little
but
bit
we'll
of time.
probably go west rather than east out of Sydney.
Yeah.
If we go east, we end up in the water.
Well, we don't know which route we're going to take because obviously it depends on the weather. We are just in the tailgate. We don't have the van with us at the moment. It didn't make any sense to bring the van when we knew that we had to stay inside the home of the property sit. So otherwise it would have just been sitting out in the weather. So that's where we're at the moment. But just thought we'd do a little bit of a refresher of the tailgate camper. We will pop a link in for when Aidan did a video. I think we were in Charlotte Plains when we did it.
We did the
doing a setup video
in Charlotte Plains, and then I think it might have been at home when we did the pack up.
Possibly, because it does take under about 3 minutes to put it up.
I have to slow down so she can keep up with the video.
And it's on the back of the RAM2500s. And
we're happy so far with all the repairs the tailgate did.
Tailgate have been excellent through this whole thing. They negotiated with the insurance company. They couldn't do enough for us. And actually, I just wanted to touch on that because you might also know that we had an issue with our bush tracker caravan earlier in the year as well, which is a new van. And Aidan's had this tailgate camper for about 5 or 6 years now.
Coming up on 6 years, just over 5 years now.
Yeah, with not a thing wrong with it. And things do happen with your vans, your camping setups. It's just like owning a home. And whenever we post a video or do a post, people are really quick to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, that's a shit brand or this or that. No, it doesn't work that way. Whenever you buy a camper,
whenever you buy anything.
Yeah, but in particular vans and campers.
Well, I'd say the same about cars, and it's the backup afterwards.
It's the backup service.
When you need it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the backup service with the company that you're dealing with, which is really the important thing. And obviously sometimes you don't know about that until something happens. But I would have to say in our experience that the tailgate camper crew have been phenomenal. They've bent over backwards to accommodate us and to get everything fixed and repaired as soon as they could.
We weren't demanding, but they were very helpful in sorting everything out, getting us in to get the repairs done when it suited us.
Yeah.
They also did some improvements.
Which they thought of?
Which they suggested, like we've got a new step on the back that's now adjustable, which works. This is the first time we've used it, but it works better than the old step. We've got
and that's
some
because it is 5 years old. They're always making improvements with what they do. So they've been great with that.
Well, they've suggested that it would be better for us because of the height of the vehicle.
Yeah.
That
to have the new step.
Adjustable step is better.
Yeah.
And we were happy to take it. They've replaced all the seals around the back, again, as part of our service. And
these are separate items from the insurance claim, by the way. And we've also got the, we can put max tracks on the back now because obviously we're planning to do, well, when we can get around to it, doing some
hopefully doing the Simpsons.
Dusty and sandy tracks. Really looking forward to doing the Simpsons sometime. So that's kind of where we're at the moment, everyone. So we'll take you for a little tour in the tailgate for those of you that might have missed that before. We'll pop the links into the description for previous videos that we've done. But all I've got to say is it's damn good to be back on the road. Yep. Would you say?
I am missing little Tig.
Yes.
But
Tig was our doggy that we were looking after at the house.
Yes, it is nice to be back on the road and out relaxing.
Yes, and we'll pop our link in for the house sit video that we did as well. So obviously a big part of the house sits is looking after the animals and the pets, and it always really does wrench you when you leave, doesn't it? Yeah, he knew something was up when we were packing to leave.
You could tell that yesterday.
And he was just gorgeous, and we only had the one dog to look after but he was with us all the time, like pretty much the whole time we were there, unless we went out for the day. And
because I ended up having a little work contract that went longer than we were planning, or was originally planned by them, we were at home pretty much for 3 weeks.
Yeah, so 3 out of the 5 weeks, like we spent a lot of time. Aiden was working at home. I was doing some blogging and some other things I've got going on with Vantasticaus, and the time went really quickly.
Yeah.
And then when we had good weather and in between work, we got out and explored as much as we could. So if you're following our Facebook page or Instagram, you'll see that I'm still uploading posts for all the places that we managed to visit. So, and we might do a wrap-up video sometime on that, because we did really enjoy the Albury-Wodonga region.
It was surprising.
Oh, God, so much to do.
Like, having lived in Sydney and driven up and down to Melbourne quite a number of times and never really stopped, it was quite surprising how much was in Albury to see, and in the region to see.
Yeah, lots of little towns to explore, so much gold history. Obviously, if you're tuning into our channel, you've seen that. We've had gold fever, Ned Kelly, you've got all the bush ranging history, all the migrant history, just the river history. It's phenomenal, actually. There's a lot to do, and we've only just scratched the surface. But what it has allowed us to do is to think about the places we might want to come back to and bring the van back and do, stints in these little towns. I definitely would like to get back to Glenrowan, because we just did a day trip to there. And actually we didn't film that. And I'm sorry about that. That's the place of the last stand of Ned Kelly, and Glenrowan.
I think it surprised us.
Oh, well, because we just happened to be going to pick up the camper, actually, and called past, and we ended up spending a considerable amount of time there. And we just, we didn't have the microphones, we didn't have anything with us, and we just actually, it was nice. We enjoyed it for what it was, but I have blogged about that, so you might want to go and check that blog out on the Facebook page. Anyway.
Yes, I think we'll be back to Glenrowan.
Absolutely, and all that region down there. So anyway, we need to go and eat something, because the mosquitoes are starting to dive bomb us. Give you a quick tour inside the tailgate camper. Cheers.
Cheers.
So just before the sun goes down, give you a little tour. Here's old matey enjoying his bevy. You can't see because of the sunlight right now. This is our little posse, which is a huge advantage of not having the van with us, is we've been able to pull off to the side and just sit on the edge of the river.
And look at the field of canola.
Yeah, canola across the way there. It's a little bit of traffic noise from the highway, but it's not too bad at all. And the bugs are coming out. That would be the only issue. And there's the tailgate camper. For those of you that haven't seen it before, it's on the back of the Ram.
They did make 1 or 2 improvements.
Yes, they did. So
they added the tailgate sticker.
Yes, got a new tailgate sticker up there. I said, well, we need that because everyone's always asking us about it. Quick demo, Aiden, for people who haven't seen it or seen our previous video. So we've got the fridge here.
Yes, it's fairly full at the bottom.
Full and drop down and tilts forward, which is perfect for those of us that are a little bit shorter. Even though I'm not short, it does make life a lot easier. I think I really like an upright fridge, but I don't think there's enough room in that space. That would be pretty cool. But we've just got used to this. We've got storage in here, which is where our chairs normally go and slide in and out there. And just for those of you that want to know about our chairs, sorry Aiden, is yes, we have the Yeti chairs. Yes, they cost a bomb. Are they worth it? 100%.
Yes.
100%. They are the most comfy chair, and we won't go to anything else now. You've just got to remember, it's basically like having a lounge chair when you're camping. Anyway, I think we've talked about that on a previous video as well. Then we've got the shelf here, which is, God, we use that so much. And then we've got a couple of storage drawers there. And
more
also
storage up the top.
Yeah, more storage at the top. I'm going to show run the sink there, love.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the little drainer that goes in there. So you've got your drainer plus your sink. And then under here, we've got the stove, gas stove top, and more storage up there. So obviously you've got to be mindful of any grey water that you pop in here. Disinfectant wipes are your friend when you're camping like this, aren't they? If you're not going to wash dishes and things straight away, you can wipe everything off. Obviously take your rubbish with you, pop it in the fire, whatever. Yeah, and come with me and I'll take you inside. Okay, so it's smelling pretty new in here at the moment. We've got a queen size bed in here. We've got zip down canvases on both sides, plus the end wall here, the zips down, which is fantastic when it's really hot or we've got a great view. A couple of storage drawers down here. Normally in here we have got a porta potty that we sometimes choose to bring with us if we need to be in places obviously where we're self-contained or there's no toilets.
Or more storage.
Or more storage. There's a shelf here. So is actually enough room in here to have a chair either side and sit with your little table, which actually needs a good wash at the moment. And that's really good when we get really weather where there's a lot of bugs, if you need to. But obviously having this area in here, the floor, means that we've got room to get dressed and clean our teeth and do all those bits and pieces. And then down in here, we've got storage shelves. We just have our clothes here. We've got them in bags at the moment because we've just come out of the house sit. But this is also accessible from the outside of the tailgate camper, which is fantastic. Means when we're on the road, if we need something, it's quick and easy to grab. And what else have we got in here? We've got so that's the new Safety Dave fan. So we'll be giving that a try. And then we've got bed lights each on the side there. And yeah, it's up in about 3 minutes. Hey, is that right?
If I take my time.
You can get it up in 3 minutes, love.
If I take my time so you can film it.
Does it last longer than 3 minutes?
Yes, it goes all night.
It goes all night, right? And we love all like these little bits and bobs that we find at camping shows. This is just some Velcro with a hook on there. We've each got one of those. Hang our clothes on when we get undressed and things like that. And as you can see, it's a solid roof up here. So we'll pop a link in for the video that we did when Aidan was setting it up. It's really quite simple to do. I'm not getting my bevy drunk at this rate, am I? And then just give you a pan around. If you haven't seen it in our other videos, this is what it looks like when it's up. So really quick and easy. Got storage all on this side as well. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be a video, but it's the back of the RAM2500. Just one of those things we thought we could refresh people's memories since we're using it at the moment, which is always great. As you can see, there's huge amounts of room here. This is just one fraction of this campground. Loads of nice flat areas if you're in a van. The absolutely stunning Murrumbidgee as well. You can probably hear in the background, you can hear the trucks from the Hume Highway, but nothing a good set of earplugs won't fix tonight. Tell me where everyone else is camped.
Up near the toilets, because that's where they came in.
But if you come all the way round the river drive to the end, there's like nobody here.
Well, there's still quite a few people, but
well, not compared to up there.
Not compared to up there, no.
Oh, they're crammed in like sardines up there. I'm always that person that's like, keep driving, love, keep driving, aren't I?
Well, no. When we're on the highway, you say, we need to stop now, not after 7 or 8 hours of driving.
And then we've got this perfect river camp spot. Just keep driving, peeps. Check it all out. Do your recce before you choose. As you can see, everyone, it's gourmet dinner tonight. Good old sausage on bread. Except I just said to Aiden, did Bunnings run out of butter? We haven't even got butter on there. We're on a budget, everyone. I don't know what happened, but I'm not complaining. I didn't cook it.
What happened is you didn't say you wanted butter on your bread.
It's delicious, everyone. Here's those little Velcro hooks I was talking about earlier. As you can see, perfect. Perfect. It's the simple things in caravaning and camping life that just make things so much easier. Get ready for bed, just hang everything up on a hook. Ready for the next morning. Another thing I'm shocked about on the Hume Highway is how many toilets are there? We travel for hundreds and hundreds of kilometres, don't we?
Yep.
Out bush, and you don't spy a toilet. And if you do, you can smell it before you see it quite often. Particularly, we found recently through...
The Stuart Highway.
Yeah, the Stuart Highway. And that's okay, we're used to that. But imagine our surprise, well, my surprise, coming along the Hume Highway, and it feels like every 5 seconds there's one of these toilet stops. Shows how much traffic's coming along here, and this one's even got a walking track. Crazy! I had to come for a quick squeeze up the walking track, because why wouldn't you? So good to stretch. Oh, Christ. What do you mean? How did you do that? Did you miss your mouth?
I didn't realise it was full.
Seriously, cannot take you anywhere.
You want me to say something? I can get a word in, finally.
I'll let you.